Okay, good afternoon. Hello, neighbors. Hello, friends. Here we are on February 21st, ironically President's Day, as I give another President's report. I usually try to wait about 3-4 months in between reports. This is almost 3 months, but there is some good news here that I wanted to pass along and some other things that are going on, so let me get down to business. First of all, let me go into the mask policy. Some people ask me about it. What we're doing right now is masks are mandatory in the elevators. It's a neighborly thing to do, and I think health-wise, I think it's a good idea. Okay, so we're going to continue in the elevators. We recommend that you wear a mask in common areas, but that's just a recommendation. There is, unfortunately, I read today about a new variant called BA-2, which is a new variant, which is supposedly 30 to 50% more contagious than the one that we just had, and supposedly very, very serious if you catch it. So let's hope everybody stays healthy. Let's hope the ones that had COVID already won't catch this, and are the people that are vaccinated are healthy and unvaccinated. So that's where the mask situation goes. Also, sometimes when I do these reports, I do repeat myself, and I do repeat myself because in all the years that I've been here, and I've been doing it on the board now, believe it or not, I would say very easily over 50% of the residents have moved in. We've had new residents. A lot of people have moved out and moved on, etc. So we've had quite a few new residents over these years. But let's get down to some good news. I always try to give good news, and this, in my personal opinion, is very, very good news. It's official. We got the vote for the fitness center. We got the vote as of about a week ago. We just wanted to make sure and double check on all the names and who signed what and make sure they still move here, etc. We needed 507 unit owners and 75% of the percentage of the building to vote. We right now have 528 yes votes, so we're 21 votes over the top. We had 7 no votes, so we had approximately a little over 200 unit owners that didn't even vote, which is a real shame. Me personally, I'm just going to give you my own personal opinion. It's a no-brainer. Everybody had every building, even 30 unit buildings have a small gym, something. We're not going to have a small gym. We have. When I say we, of course I include Chris Murphy in this as well, because he's always carries a heavy load here. We put a lot of work into the fitness center already. We put a lot of work in for months and months, interviewing different people, speaking to different people, and we were so optimistic about 4 weeks ago when we were getting close to, we had at that point about 480 votes, that we went ahead and hired people to do designs. For example, we know we're going to have 5 treadmills, we're going to have 3 ellipticals, we're going to have, I think, 3 or 4 bikes, we're going to have different machines, we're going to have weights. We've already discussed having classes up in the Sky Room in the morning where there'll be yoga, there'll be dance classes, etc. We'll put mats up there. So we're not going to be losing that much as far as that goes. We cannot replicate what the Palisadium had because we just can't. We don't have the room. We're not going to have a pool like they have. We're not going to have, a lot of a spa like they had, things like that. So this is not replacing the Palisadium, let's say. This is actually going to give us something that a first-class fitness center, which I promised everybody, and it will be first class. We're going to have the best machines. We're going to have TVs on all the machines, and we're going to open up, and again, I want to emphasize this again, so for the people that hear me, please hear me, and the people that don't, pass the word along. We're going to open this up in the 2 card rooms right now. We're going to make other arrangements for card players, and we're going to see how it goes after the first 4 or 5 months, and we will expand it. We will do what we have to do to make sure this is very comfortable for everybody. But the first thing we want to do is open up with the space that we have available to us right now, so we can open up quickly, efficiently. I probably figure it's going to take, realistically, you're probably looking at March, April, May. You're probably looking around, hopefully late May, okay? That's what I'm saying, early June. This is all dependent upon whether the equipment's available and things such as that. We're doing designs. We have people, flooring. We've talked about flooring, new lighting, And it's going to be really, really nice. I'm sure everybody's going to be very, very happy. So congratulations. Thank you to the people that voted yes. Thank you so much. You made the right move. This is what we need. Not only if you don't use the gym, it's good for our real estate value. For the people that voted no, there's a few people, I've spoken to a few people about some of these subjects, and it's just bizarre. I've had people say things like, well, if we vote yes for a new gym, that means they're going to build a high-rise there. That's absolutely not true, okay? I'm going to stand by that forever. I've said this before. There are rumors flying around that they want to build a high-rise there. I'm not saying it's true, it's untrue. I'm saying the following. I can guarantee you that 200, 300, Carlisle, Buckingham, and every building around, we're all going to be suing them, okay? We're not going to just roll over. And I don't even know if they even get the variance for that. I'm pretty sure they won't. But we need a gym, okay? For the ones that said, signed the petition, I always go back to this petition. Almost 2 years ago, a petition was signed that I shouldn't negotiate with the Palisadium. I want to go on record one more time. I've never negotiated with the Palisadium. The negotiations did take place between lawyers. Okay, their lawyers, our lawyers, 200 lawyers. And to be totally honest with you, it went nowhere. Okay, and some people think we should have waited. We've waited, but in about 2 or 3 weeks from now, it's going to be 2 years since the Palisadium is closed. Okay, so I've never heard anybody say we're thinking of reopening. They're not reopening. Okay, if they do, we can't sit around waiting here for years, keeping our fingers crossed, hoping they open. So anyway, once again, congratulations. We'll move on with that. I'm very, very happy. Okay. As far as the renovation goes in the building, things are moving along very nicely. I'm happy to say that the lights have arrived. We started installing them today on the 31st floor. We anticipate them doing hopefully 2, possibly 3 floors a day. So you're looking at the next 2 to 3 weeks, all the lights will be put in. I personally, again, think they're beautiful. They're very nice. The hallways are much brighter. For anybody, some of the things I kind of laughed about, and it's not a joke, but you have to look, because I've heard a lot of comments. I will say to you that 95% of the people that have made comments to me about the renovation have all been positive. I'm sure there's some people that don't like certain parts of it or whatever, but, we never expected 100% of people to like everything we're doing. It's impossible. But the light bulbs, some of the people said, my hallway is very dark. And, there's an interesting part about that. You have the same exact light bulbs you had in there that we had before we did the renovation, without the cover on them. So they're actually brighter than they used to be. But the new lighting we have now, we have substantially more wattage in the hallways. They're very, very beautiful, and I'm sure you'll be very happy. Most of you anyway. I'm sure there'll be certain people that will like it. So we're doing the lights now. It'll take about 2 to 3 weeks. When the lights are finished, within a week or so after that, we're going to start putting up the signage. We have beautiful signage coming in with your apartment numbers that'll be next to each apartment. Of course, when you walk down, when you get off the elevators, you'll know which way you're going, because we don't have our signs came down. So all the signage will be changed. Once that takes place, the building should be just about 99.9% finished. So I think we've done a great job for the size of the building that it is. And also under the conditions where the lights, for example, we gave a deposit for these lights on December 4th, all right? So it took us, I think, 6 months, okay? This January, February, March. No, it wasn't December 4th.
September.
I'm sorry, September. Okay, I got it September 4th, I think it was. It took 6 months to get the lights. The lights were at a dock. Okay, I think I mentioned this to you, in Los Angeles on December 9th. That's what I meant. Okay, so they've been sitting out there almost 2.5 months. It took us to get the lights off the dock into New Jersey. So we're very lucky based on the way people are getting products now that we even were able. If we would have started this renovation maybe even 6 months later, we would be way behind schedule right now. So thank God, that's almost done. And I've been on the board quite a few years now, and this has just been a tremendous marathon. We just jump in from one frying pan to the next. Okay, here we go now. Now it's going to be the fitness center, and I'm sure after that there'll be other projects. So we've done a tremendous amount of things here. We've completely waterproofed the building, as you know. We changed all the P-tacs. We upgraded all the elevators. We have a new generator. So I'm not going into a long thing, but I'm just saying it's one project after another. We never catch our breath here, but it's all coming together very, very nicely. We have the building has a tremendous amount of reserve money. I mentioned this in the Zoom meeting we had with the unit owners about 5-6 weeks ago. Financially, we're in good shape, and this is something I'm very, very proud of, especially when you're in the board of directors. Finances are very, very important. There's going to be a punch list you may see now, so some people stop me. You may see some purple markings on the ceilings of the hallways. Those are cracks, okay, that have to be repaired. There's a punch list that we're going to start putting together very soon. I think I've mentioned this also. At the end of the job, part of our agreement is that we hold back $300,000 until everything is 100% perfect in the building. We'll be inspecting all of the sheetrock on the ceilings. We'll be inspecting all the wallpaper, the carpeting, etc. Everything will be re-inspected to make sure it's 100% perfect. So if you see any markings or things like that, we're on top of it and we're making corrections. We put corner guards on every single floor. All the wallpapers officially has corner guards on them now. If you notice any wallpaper in any of your wings or anywhere that doesn't have a corner guard, please let the office know. They should all be done. We also started installing a few days ago, I think it's completed now. We bought corner guards for all the elevators. All the black in the elevators that were chipping, they have corner guards on them now. When you move stuff in and out, your shopping carts, a move in, a move out, should be much more protected. And you'll see that also around the elevators. Take note of that. We also have a system here where people will be walking around, touching up doors, touching up elevators as needed. All the doors are going to have 2 coats of paint. People that aren't home during the week and couldn't open the door to have their doors done, they will be. We will have a Saturday or 2 where on Saturdays they'll come and they'll be touching up your doors. So everything is moving along there as well. The visitor garage. Okay, we're having construction done right now underneath the visitor garage. It's on the B level. The garage was closed today officially. You cannot use the visitor garage to park in or go through the back, go through the back entrance for your car. They're doing all the joints on the ground there for below. They've been working there, I guess, about 3 weeks now. I'm not really sure how many weeks. It's been about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and they have about like 2 or 3 more weeks to go, I assume. So we're working on the garage. We're spending about $200,000. It started off being about $180,000. We're up to $200,000 now with all the additional cement work that had to be done, etc. So we're keeping the garage up to spec. We're back into that as well. So there's always something going on here. Also, while we're doing the garage, while we're doing the hallways, we also just pruned all the trees here. Okay, we started in the back. And it took about 3 weeks to prune all the trees, all completely done in the back, in the front of the building, on the side of the building. The back trees were way overgrown, and matter of fact, we lost one about 2 or 3 months ago during one of the storms. So hopefully this will eliminate any further trees falling down. And some of them were overgrown in the back. When they planted the trees in the back, the dirt back there is very, very shallow. So unfortunately, it wasn't thought out very well, but we're making arrangements and we're making some adjustments to make it look better than it is now. So again, the visitor garage will be closed. You could use the visiting parking lot if you have somebody staying overnight in the front. We're allowing that until the visitor garage reopens, okay? The unit doors I mentioned. The outer lobby, I'm sure if you saw that, I don't know if everybody goes through the outer lobby. We just recently re-wallpapered the outer lobby. It looks beautiful. We put a new ceiling in as well, and we're making some other arrangements there. Very, very happy about that. We want you to know also, when the job is finished, people that ask, the floors in the lobby will be completely shined by a professional company. We're going to hire a company to do the flooring, to wax the floors, bring them back to the way they were. We're going to have all the brass in the elevators professionally done as well. So we'll probably be doing that. You'll probably see that being done in April, May sometime. Let's wait for the snow or any snow or salt to subside, and the building will be finished at that point. So before I finish up here, I'd like to mention one other thing. I know there's another subject that most people voted on. We have over 400 votes, tort immunity, okay? Before I go, let me tell you a little bit something about tort immunity. Last year, the state of New Jersey granted tort immunity for COVID, okay? If you went to the pool, if you used any facilities, you could not sue, okay? We had immunity, the building. That expired on December 31st, okay, 2021. The state of New Jersey did not renew that. By not renewing that, that really hurts us, okay? It hurts us because, no, we can't rent a Sky Room because we could be sued if every single person would have to sign a waiver that goes in there for a party. The game room, the same thing. The community room. Now, we have some people that use the community room, but we did have waivers signed for the pool last year, so we have, some type of immunity if you sign that agreement. But I'm asking people to sign for tort immunity. We're about 50 votes shy of that, and it really is quite intriguing why somebody wouldn't want to sign tort immunity. Okay, tort immunity basically says, and let me explain this because I've had people ask me some really crazy stuff with tort immunity. It just says real simply, okay, if you're outside and it's snowing and you walk through the lobby with your boots on and you slip in the lobby because you have snow on your boots, right now you could sue us, okay? You don't have, but if on the other hand, if you have tort immunity, that's not our fault if your shoes are wet and you walk through the lobby. Or I'll give you another example. I get in the elevator. I have water with me. I spill a little bit of water in the elevator. Somebody gets in right behind me. They slip on the floor. You could sue us. But with tort immunity, we would have to be negligent. Now, if somebody called the office and said, "Hi, I just spilled water in the elevator," and an hour later somebody got in the elevator and we never cleaned it up and they fell down and got hurt, then that's negligence, okay? We didn't take care of it. We didn't do our job. So, I mean, I may be giving some analogies that are a little bit, some people could second guess it, but the bottom line is that we've been sued here for things that we consider frivolous, all right? And that affects us two ways. Number one, it's going to affect your maintenance because we're definitely getting a maintenance increase this year. It'll be 17 years by the time you do. Our insurance goes up, okay, every time we get sued, whether we're right or wrong, because we do win some suits, okay? And, the bottom line is we're trying to keep our costs down here, okay? So when it comes to tort immunity, we ask you once again, please vote. We're going to start pushing that again, okay? Because it just doesn't make any sense. Every building that's built today, their bylaws say right in there that they have tort immunity, okay? And we have very old bylaws. Our bylaws are like 47, 48 years old, and they weren't put in there. So again, I'm requesting you please vote for this. It does not mean you cannot sue the building. And why people aren't, we have about, I'm going to do it off the top of my head, about 250 people, residents, unit owners that won't sign that. I don't understand it. Do you want to sue the building? It just doesn't make sense. Again, we're not closing the door from suing the building. We're trying to close the gap of suing the building for frivolous things. Anyway, I try to do this as quick as possible. I try to talk as fast as possible because I've been accused of going too long, especially by my wife. So I shorten this up a little bit, I hope. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of the day. Let's hope that everybody stays healthy and well. Thank you so much, and if there's anything we could do, as usual, please give us a holler. Thank you so much.